Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for hanging with me on this Friday. So I'm going to go in depth in what I'm doing in one of the most challenging times of the year when it comes to decision making. And this is when you have fish that are in all three phases. So you're seeing fish on the beds, and then there are also fish that are out pre-spawn, and you're going to have a mix of some fish that have already spawned. So we're down in Florida. Bass have a really long spawn in Florida. So I make a cast. This is a really long cast. I'm fishing very slowly. I'm in a general area where there are multiple beds. I saw a fish swim off a bed. I back the boat way up, and I'm just fishing this bait really slow, a Texas rig worm on the bottom. And here it goes. You know, you have multiple things you can do and multiple things you need to do when there are fish in all three phases. So I'm gonna pick off a couple of these fish on the bed, and then we're gonna go look and do something else if we can't catch some quality. He's got it. That's not the one. It's a pretty bass. So I saw a bass, or at least I thought I saw a bass on a bed, and this fish was not the one that I think I saw, but then again, there are a lot of fish swimming around, so I don't know if this was the bass, but this was not a great sign. Little male, so I'm gonna continue to be dragging my worm on a little bit different. This is just a bend backside of the river channel. We're gonna fish around a little bit longer and see if we can get a female. And the more we fish, the more we're realizing that these are just small males that are in the spawning areas, biting spawning baits. Little one. All right, so this is a little male. Key right now. Let's get this fish unhooked. The key is to get your bait back in the bed as quickly as possible, thinking that you took the male out, the female might bite, but you don't have long, she will sometimes leave. So that didn't pan out either. We're gonna try one other bedding fish, flipping, and again, small fish here, so we need to make a big change. Oh God. So 3 fish is a pattern, and this is not a pattern that I want to be on. We've been bed fishing in the bends of the river, a flat off the main river, and then main lake reeds. I'm not seeing anything that I like, so let's go up the river and fish a little bit differently. We'll look for pre-spawn targets, trees overhanging in the water, and throw a pre-spawn bait, a chatterbait, see what happens. We catch them pretty good. You know, those bends where it's 12 feet of water, on a day like today where they're suspended. That's a good one, that's a good one, that's a good one. Oh God, ugh. Oh! Oh my God. I told you. Nice. How about the size of the one I caught the other day? Well, an obvious sign, quality bite right off the bat. So I'm pretty much gonna put all my eggs in this basket for the next few hours. Anytime I'm catching fish on a chatterbait in the pre-spawn, I really don't feel like there's a better bait. And I'm also fishing in tannic water where there's no grass. So if you can get those fish to commit to it, your numbers are going to typically be quality, and I'm gonna get some numbers along the way because this happened rather quickly. But the biggest thing for me in this situation is I gotta work. Now I gotta cover as much water. These bends are pretty small, so I don't feel like I need to spend a whole lot of time in each bend. Let's just get on that trolling motor and fish as many trees as we possibly can. That's gonna be my best option. And when the day is over, we'll decide if we want to stay up the river or go back to the lake the next time we go out fishing. I think what I'm going to realize here is that the population of fish considerably better in the river, but the bigger fish do live out on the lake. If you watch my video from yesterday, I catch much more quality on the lake, but it's hard to catch a limit out there. Here, you can catch a limit pretty quickly, but you just don't see as many quality bites. That's really why I'm not gonna fish that worm hardly at all anymore. I'm just strictly fishing for quality with the chatterbait. But catch a couple more fish here, basically throwing around. I didn't get a whole lot of time to do this, but I think if you were to spend a full day doing it, you could catch a good bag up this river. And you'd have a lot of fun too, because you're gonna get a lot of those limit fillers with those bigger bites. Oh, it's another great big one. Sure it is. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the water.